So I was reading up about it. You decided to do basically an extra boost for anybody that's looking to get really the most out of these products in terms of really benefits towards the eye. Some folks have been wanting the extra boost of those key ingredients, the lutein and zeaxanthin. So you have created the Maximum L Z, which gives us just the best of all worlds for maximum potency, correct?
Well, it's the most affordable way to just get extra lutein and zeaxanthin. It's 12 milligrams of lutein and 6 milligrams of zeaxanthin per capsule in their perfect form, and as affordable as you could ever find it. A lot of folks who might be taking one capsule of Ultimate Eye, they only want the extra lutein and zeaxanthin, or perhaps they're taking another product that was recommended to them, but they just want the extra lutein and zeaxanthin in its best form. And this basically, I was speaking to a friend of mine who's an ophthalmologist who mostly specializes in surgery, and he said that one of the standard recommendations for a separate additional eye support product for those who might have special issues is just that bonus amount, that higher amount of lutein and zeaxanthin. And a lot of folks who take our Ultimate Eye, as a high potency as it is, they just want that extra lutein and zeaxanthin. So I figured we would go about making it as affordable as possible, and that means putting it in this liquid capsule, because we don't have to worry about adding the other ingredients that we have in Ultimate Eye. We're strictly focused on the lutein and zeaxanthin, so it becomes dramatically more affordable. So you get your foundation with your Ultimate Eye, and then you get to boost it with the, as we call it, Maximum L Z, maximum lutein plus zeaxanthin at 12 milligrams of lutein, 6 milligrams of zeaxanthin, which you'll find that most ophthalmologists, optometrists, and doctors, if they recommend that you boost on top of a foundational formula, that's typically the number that they recommend. You'll typically find yourself, we're 10 and 5 in Ultimate Eye with 2 capsules.
Right.
And you'll typically find the recommendations getting into the neighborhood of 15 to 25 milligrams of lutein.
Wow.
And say 10 to 15 milligrams of zeaxanthin. And when you combine the 2 formulas, that's when you get. Or if you wanted, you can simply take 2 capsules or 1 capsule of the L plus Z, the Maximum L plus Z. But this was, again, everyone always says that when we finally get around to making a product, you have to be patient because we really try to make it perfectly. But when they're finished, they're generally pretty close to perfect. And the reason why I say that, and I say that in all modesty, is we don't design the product. Everyone else out there does it for us. We simply follow the research, follow the recommendations of doctors, and follow the requests that we read in the reviews, that we read and hear when you reach out to us with emails or phone calls. So we're not the brilliant designers of these products. Everyone out there who needs them, you are the brilliant designer of these products.
It's uncompromising quality, and you know, every part of the story is just so immaculate, even down to the way the supplements, the vitamins are made. We're showcasing, Andrew, images right now of the solar paneling on your amazing facility. I mean, everything makes you feel good. It's a wonderful way to go about doing business.
And plus, when you realize that the most popular vitamins in America are not made by the company that's representing them.
Right.
They're made by contract manufacturers or co-packers who just are filling an order on a bid. We make everything because without our doing so and investing in doing so, the quality would never be the same. When we do our live shows from the factory, and you can see all our machinery, the factory floor, our quality lab where we assure the quality and the discipline that goes into every single product and every single ingredient, the testing that we do, you can feel confident that you're getting a vitamin supplement, a dietary supplement, unlike any other product you might find in some supermarket or discount store. And our prices, when you compare apples to apples, despite our quality and the rigors with which we make every product, our pricing is not just competitive, but in many cases, when you really compare apples to apples, our products are less expensive.
And that's the icing on the cake. And with that, if we just look at the today's special pricing, you'll see for the launch of Maximum L Z, I mean, 30, 60, 120 or 240, huge savings again. The 240 typically is $180 today. And for the today's special, under $100, saves you $80. Andrew, that was so little time, but I enjoy every minute of it. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow night at 11 p.m. for the Andrew Lessman Variety Show.
I can't wait. We have so much to talk about, and these are important products, so I look forward to going over all the research and science and reviews, and that will start tomorrow evening.
Thank you, sir. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I'll see you in a few hours.
Okay, take care, Adam.
Thanks
so
Andrew.
much.
Good night.